All right. To the first episode of The Old Man and the Kid. And of course, I am the kid, and that is the old man over there. Nah. Now, I am the dad here. I am the pops, whatever you want to call me. You know, Big Mike. And this is my son, Dom, from the TCO podcast. And he is big time in the sports along with all that group. And we're going to talk a little start, bench, cut today. We'll do a bunch of those. You know, I got the guys. I told them, hey, you know, rack your mind, do some stuff. Lord knows some of them don't know the old school, so it'll probably be a lot of new school things. But we're going to see what they say, see if they bring some insight, see if they actually know why they're starting, benching, and cutting these players, and what you guys think in the chat and how this will go out. And, you know, of course, we'll talk a little sports here and there. You know, sorry, Rob couldn't make it. You know, he's biased to all the Boston teams, and they are the greatest. There's nobody else better than them for some reason, but that's what we'll do. But we're going to bring on my man Donte right now. What's going on, Donte?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, you know, living the beautiful nightmare I got right here. It's an amazing thing.
For sure.
All right, so as you can see, Donte, well, I don't know if you can see it. I know it. He's got a Browns hat on. He a Cleveland guy. Now, you Cleveland through and through?
Yeah.
Cleveland?
Everything Cleveland. Yeah, man. Everything Cleveland. Cavs, Browns, Guardians, everything.
Hey, we don't say the G word out here. We say the Indians.
Indians. Yeah, man.
Sure. All right. Well, what about college?
Oh yeah, OSU too. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, for sure. OSU.
Hey, that's something people different.
Yeah, I was rooting for the Texans yesterday just because of Stroud, man.
Oh, of course. So was I. I was big into that. I was big into the Texans getting in there. I love that D'Amico Ryan hired.
Yeah, me too. I like it a lot too.
Listen, if it wasn't for Kevin Stefanski and what the Browns did this year, D'Amico Ryan should be coach of the year. But too bad, Kevin Stefanski's going to win it.
He should.
He should. All right, kid. So what you got here? Well, we all know what you are, really. You know, you Cleveland guy, but you also America's second favorite team, the Cowboys.
I only root for Mavericks and Cowboys, though, just because I don't watch baseball or anything else, really.
You're not an all-around sport guy. You just baseball.
I'm more all around for Cleveland. I'm more all around for Cleveland.
There we go. Yeah, he's got an infatuation with Dak for some reason. No one knows. I don't even know where he got that from, but he does. Can you tell me what college Dak went to?
It was.
Hey, how the hell is he gonna be a Dak fan? Don't even know the college.
I have
starts with an M
in my head. Yeah, it's Mississippi, right?
Mississippi
State.
There you go. There you go.
And
what are they? Mississippi State what?
I don't know.
Donte, do you know?
No, I don't know.
Oh, the Bulldogs. All right. All right. Well, let's start here. Let's go ahead and start this. Start bench cut. Look, I'm gonna throw one out there first. And I mean, I don't know if you guys know the old school, but we're gonna go old school a little bit real quick. Right? Here it is. Yeah, right here. What do y'all think?
The shooters.
I'm gonna take it down in a second. If you need to back up, let me know. But
Reggie Clay.
What do y'all think?
I think
I got mine.
I think I'm gonna start Reggie Miller and bench. I'm bench Clay.
Ooh. So you're cutting Ray, shooter Allen, huh?
Yeah, that hurts to do that because I love Ray Allen, but
I bet it does. It hurt my soul hearing you say that. All right, Donte, where you at with it?
I'm with Don with the Reggie pick. I won for sure. I like Reggie. I won. He's a baller. But two is definitely Ray, and then Clay's cut.
Cut. You know what's crazy? Mine's different than both yours.
You got Ray at one.
Yes, I do. Yeah. And the thing is you got to know who Ray is. See, you guys know Ray as that corner three shooter from Miami. That's what you guys know Ray as.
Think of Jesus Shuttlesworth, yeah.
Dude, Ray used to dog people. Like, I'm talking about to the whole dunk on mofos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
I'm selling.
mean, you ever seen the movie He Got Game? You better get hip to it, man. Jesus Shuttlesworth. The boy, the boy is a baller. What's going on, Red Jet? It's my girl Red Jet right here. You know, she joined us. She's a big San Fran fan, big 49er fan. She's always on. I enjoy her coming on. She gets in that chat and gets rowdy over there. But all right, so Ray Allen for me first.
Mm-hmm.
I like him when he was a Sonic or a Buck. A Buck, to be honest. You know, he a
Yeah.
Buck. Ooh,
Yeah.
he was a killer. And then I'm taking Reggie because, I mean, the man scored what? 9 points, something like that, in 8 seconds, some ridiculous amount of time.
Yeah, 9 and 8. Yeah, 9 and 8.
And then I'm cutting Clay because even though Clay did have that game, he had 60 points in 3 quarters. He can shoot. Problem is, he's on a shooting team. Everybody shoots on that team. So he's nowhere near what those guys are. Nowhere near what those guys are.
No. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yes, the Supersonics. Red Jet goes, not the Supersonics. We went back to the archives with that. Nah, we went back to the old school Red Jet. Come on. You know what it is. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's go. We're going to jump to football real quick. We're going to get one in the football. All right, we'll go with this one. Hurts, Lamar, Mahomes. Start, bench, cut.
Easy.
All right,
you
got to go for it.
I'll start. Well, I'm going to start. Well, are we going off this year or career? Let me ask you.
Nah, you're just going off what guy do you want to put in there? You can go off career, you can go off whatever you want.
Well, I'm not.
If you go off this year, we all know how it works this year.
Okay. I'm just gonna go in general. I'm starting Mahomes. I'm benching Lamar, and Hurts got to be out of there. I mean, Lamar and Mahomes is neck and neck. But what Pat brings you, the rings, the MVPs, everything. He brings you everything. He's a winner.
He brings you the crybabiness. Yeah, he does. He brings that.
He brings you the Super Bowls too, though.
Yeah, you mean the Kansas City refs bring you that? That's what that. All right, Dom. Where you at?
I know this hard. In a very biased opinion, I want to just slap Mahomes out of the list immediately. But he's the only one to bring home championships on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I think for that, it'd just be very disrespectful to not start Mahomes.
I mean, you can be disrespectful. I didn't say you had to be clean about this. Sorry, where you at?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go actually biased here.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go Lamar starting, Hurts bench, Mahomes cut.
You cut Mahomes?
Yeah.
Damn. And you said Hurts starting?
No, I said Lamar starting.
Oh, all right. Mom. Oh, you got Mom with the comment. Hurts, Lamar, bench Mahomes. Oh, listen, you got to cut one. You got to tell us which one you cut. Are you cutting Hurts? Are you start? You got to explain that a little more, Mom. All right. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go. God, Mahomes does have the chips, but thing is he had the refs on his side a lot. He cried a lot. I'm going to start Lamar. I want Lamar to start. I think he's got the talent. I mean, he can do it. I don't think he's the MVP this year, which I don't think any quarterback should have been the MVP. In reality, I think it was a down year for quarterbacks. I really believe it should have been like CMC or Tyreek Hill if he balled out, or if one of the defensive players got close enough to that sack record. That's who it should have been. I'm going to bench Mahomes, and I'm cutting Hurts. Hurts has done one thing, and he's took his team to the Super Bowl, and then that is it. He has, he can look good, but then he also can look like shit. He can look like a straight trash can.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Mom says she's starting Hurts.
Oh.
She's cutting Lamar, which that's real bias. She real bias with that, getting the Baltimore Raven guy right out of there. Oh, all right. Oh, she said there'd be a gut feeling with that. Oh. I mean, we'll see what Hurts does with his career. All right, well, let's go to that. I'm pretty sure that one was Rob's.
Yeah.
That was Rob's. He's not here, and he probably would have started Tom Brady, even though he's at home not playing. Let's go to Rob's other one since he is not here again. Giannis, Luka, or the Joker in Denver. Bench cut.
Well, I'm starting Luka.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a bias ass pick.
But Giannis and Jokic, I have no. This is a lot harder for me.
Well, if you guys need me to go first, I will definitely do that.
I'll say I'm gonna bench Giannis and cut the Joker.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you got it, Mike, or you want me to hit
Now
it?
go ahead, Donte. I'll let you roll.
Okay. I'm basically gonna flip Doms. I'm gonna start Jokic. Start Jokic. Actually, not completely flip. Start Jokic, bench Luka, cut the freak.
Cut the freak. We got some hot takes coming out of this one. You know what? I almost got to go along the same lines as that, though. Because if we're putting them wherever, you want that point. You want Luka. You can do it all.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what? No. I'm going to go Luka, bench Giannis, and I'm going to cut Joker too.
Ooh.
I'm going to do that too. You know why? Because as a center, I need some defense, and Joker can't play defense. So if the rest of my team ain't doing their job, that means we're going to suffer big time. We're going to suffer. He can't play defense. He's what you call a dad bod on wheels. That is what Joker is. He just walks around all nimbly-bimbly, throwing his arms around and hoping something happens. I love Joker. He's a player. He's a baller. But, again, he'd rather go race horses.
You realize, Jokic is the best player in the league right now. In the last 2 seasons, though, it's like he won the Finals MVP with ease. MVP with ease.
He does assists, rebounds, and he can score.
Have you seen what he's been doing the last 5 games? You see the stretch he's on? He's missed like 8 shots in his last 4 games combined. Out of like 50 shots. It's something crazy. That's a crazy stat. That's like 80% efficiency in 5 games.
He is balling. Like I said.
I don't know.
Look, Red Jet says not the dad bod on wheels. All right. And she says it's Giannis. She's putting Giannis in there. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's switch back to the NFL. Now, here's one. Everybody argues this one. This one's a big one. Got Jamar Chase,
easy.
Justin Jefferson, and Tyreek the Cheetah Hill.
Yeah.
Start, bench, cut.
For me, this one's super easy. I'm starting Hill, benching Jefferson, cutting Chase. Easy.
Yeah, I'm not even going to add to it. I agree.
Wow. I'm going to be the only one to do it, huh? I'm going to explain this. I'm going to ask you guys a question right here. Tell me what Tyreek Hill does. What makes him special?
Dom, you got it? Or
Speed. Well, one of the things, speed of a cheetah. That's hence the nickname.
Yeah, all right.
But he's also, it's not just speed because anyone can be fast, but if you're not good at route running, it's not going to take you as far as Tyreek Hill's gone. He's also good at route running, and he's good at reading the defenses, and he's just proven time and time again first it was with Patrick Mahomes, so you could have said maybe Patrick was buffing him up, but now he's with Tua, which everyone talks bad on, and he's still putting up MVP type numbers right now as a wide receiver.
Yeah. Mike.
Red Jet says this argument is useless. You start Hill, Jefferson second, and then Chase. Problem is these dudes stay injured.
Yeah.
And to add to it, she says stay injured because they're overused in games. You are correct, Red Jet. They are definitely overused. They are definitely put out there way too much when they don't need to be.
Let me tell you what I think about Hill, though, real quick, Mike.
Go ahead.
Defenses, Tyreek Hill, right? Yep. Defenses have nightmares like the night before a game playing this man Tyreek. I'm sure they're fearing when they play Jefferson or the Chases of the world, but they're literally they're sweating. They can't sleep at night because they're like DBs and safeties they're scared to play this man because of what they might do to him. because of what they might do to him. Like no other player puts the fear into the DBs like Tyreek Hill. And like Dom said, players have been fast before, but Tyreek's like a ability to create separation, run good routes. What I've noticed is his quick twitchness with the ball when he gets the ball in his hands is second to none. Nobody can do what Tyreek does in open field, which is part of what makes him so good is his agility. He's so electric. And he moves like he's in fast, like everybody else in slow motion, and he's going faster. And I've never seen anything like it. That's why I have him at 1. Jefferson, he's a phenom too. He makes crazy catches, and his routes are nasty. But Tyreek, you'll never see him not doubled, or somebody over top always, because he always brings that threat factor. You can't not play him like that. Can't.
All right. What Red just says, just like CMC, I'm surprised my guy ain't in crutches yet. No, yeah, CMC's been out there every damn play. He better not be out there today. He better be sitting his ass down, getting ready for these playoffs. All right, well, here's mine. I'm starting Jefferson. He's 6'1". He could run almost as fast as Tyreek Hill. He could run. Tyreek's got him beat, but he's up there.
Okay.
He is 3 inches taller than Tyreek. 3 inches. That means his vertical is better than Tyreek. Jamar Chase, I'm going to bench. Again, he's 2 inches on Tyreek. 2 inches on Tyreek. Plus his vertical. That's where I'm at. I get the speed, but both them guys can run routes. Tyreek can definitely run a route. But I'm going to cut Tyreek. I'm going to cut him. And to be honest, it was close. I was going to cut Chase and keep Hill, but I'm going to keep Chase because I think we're about to see something special come out that kid. We're about to see something special. He's just got to get over this injury bug that keeps on hammering down on him, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, he lost his quarterback too.
Yeah. When you got Jake Browning out there, it doesn't help you. JB6 has been doing the job, so, the second coming of TB12. Let's go. Red just says, Shanny Pants be like, CMC, get your ass out there. Yeah, Shanahan's a problem with that. He will put him out there. Doesn't care if he gets hurt or not. All right. So let's go back to basketball. Now this one's Dom's. Brunson, Irving, and Fox. Here, we're going to go back to the football one real quick. Mom says have to look at the whole player, and their height is key, especially at wide receiver. It is key.
Can't believe you put Chase over Hill.
I mean, that's a.
I couldn't believe you cut Ray. But hey, we have our opinions. This is what it is. This is why this is where we're at. You guys got yours?
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Who's going first?
Your Donte, you can go first.
All right. In terms of talent, Kyrie Irving is way better than both of these guys, in my opinion. Not way better. Maybe I wouldn't say way better. They're both these dudes are studs, but Kyrie Irving is one of the most talented players in the league. And when he's actually, playing to, just playing in general, because he missed so many games in the last couple of seasons, I think out of these three, he's the best three and what he brings to the game. I mean, out of these three players, and not one of them have any really good defense. Like Fox probably has the best. So I'm not really, it's really just all offense I'm comparing. And Kyrie's offense and his skill set, what he brings is definitely enough for me to get started him. And then Brunson, he just hasn't showed me enough. Like De'Aaron Fox went head to head with the greatest shooter to ever touch this earth in this game. He went head to head with him and went 7 games with him, and he was balling 40 points, like all this. And he showed clutch player of the year, all that. I like Foxy, but so bench Foxy because I don't think he's better than Kyrie.
All right. So cutting Brunson. All right. Where you at now?
I'm starting Kyrie, especially because just his whole career he's played alongside another superstar, and he still has put up really good numbers alongside them. Especially now, even Luka, he's still putting up good numbers that Brunson was not putting up.
All right.
And I love Brunson a lot, but I feel like he hasn't proven himself enough yet. Like, he did his thing in the playoffs when Luka was hurt at the start, and that was really, especially for me, a Mavericks fan, amazing to watch. But on the Knicks, he just hasn't shown that potential, especially at the start of the season, the potential everyone was talking about. So I'm going to have to go with Donte and bench Fox.
You telling me Brunson didn't show it last year, though? I mean, last year he was balling out. Then he took that Knicks team and beat up that Cavs team pretty good.
And I was more just big thing, like Dante said, going up against Curry, taking him to 7, that team to 7.
And Mike, and you can have that argument about Brunson saying he beat the Cavs and whatever, but Brunson, he played good in that series, but we lost ourselves that series with our big man. We couldn't get a rebound.
I know why we lost. I'm just saying Brunson still showed up.
Brunson showed
and
up.
He couldn't get a rebound against garbage.
No.
They weren't playing star guys either. Randall was trash.
It was just Mitchell Robinson and Randall. That's who it was.
Yeah, and it was trash. We lost that series because we lost, not because they beat us.
That's what I'm saying. We lost ourselves the series. Yeah, for sure.
I'm just saying Brunson played well.
He did.
Thing is, I'm not putting him in the. Look, I'm with you guys. My problem is I'm putting Fox
starting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at that. He's
starting Fox. He's proven. He's doing his thing. I mean, he's quick as shit, boy. That boy's quick with handles. Like, damn, and he can score and shoot from all over the place. And then my only thing with Irving, only thing I have with him, he's mental. His mental head case stuff. You got to get right, man. This whole flat earth shit and this whole I don't know if I want to play ball thing, and every other year it's something new. Look, you got to get your head right. You're either going to play basketball or you're not. That's where you need to be at.
Right, for sure.
So starting Fox, benching Irving, and cutting out Brunson.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here let's go to one of mine. And Rob would have loved this one because I already know where he would have went. We already had 2 of these guys, but we're gonna throw in Jason Tatum now. Jason Tatum. Where are you guys at with that?
I don't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it? You see it?
No. I don't for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Do you see it, Dom?
Yeah, I saw it.
Who was it? Just tell me. It's okay. Who was
it? Luka, Giannis, and Tatum.
Okay. You can go ahead, Dom. I think for a second.
I'm starting Luka Doncic still.
Of course.
But this, I think, is going to throw my dad off. Maybe. I mean, maybe even Dante too. But I'm going to bench JT.
Yeah.
And cut Giannis.
Yeah. I think I'll have Luka at 1, Giannis at 2, and JT. With me personally.
I think I'm right there with Dante.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. JT, he can do it, but he can't do it. When it's time and them lights are brighter than ever, that boy is gone. Like, where'd he go? Same with Jaylen Brown. They do the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
They don't do it. Like, what the hell? They just now did one last year, and they just barely got it.
Yeah.
I'm not a full JT guy. I think he's a baller. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not going to ride him like, other guys do, or other people do, I mean, Boston's doing their thing. Don't get me wrong. But the problem is everybody says, well, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. What about Derek White?
Yeah, he's a baller. He's a beast.
What about Drew Holiday?
Mm-hmm.
What about Kristaps Porzingis? And I'm going to say this guy because he's a veteran, and I know he's the reason why Porzingis is doing his thing. Al Horford.
Yeah, for sure.
So to me, JT and Jaylen Brown, I mean, All you got to do is try to make Jalen go left. The dude can't do it. He's physically impossible. He'll still try to dribble with his right. It'll get stolen. He can't do it. I don't know why these coaches haven't figured this out yet. I'd tie his arm behind his back and make him dribble left for an hour. I mean, make him do everything with his left hand. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn ridiculous. But yeah, he hasn't shown me what it is yet. So it's got to be Luka, and then the freak is the freak. I mean, he's always something. He's almost unguardable at times. All right, I'm gonna go. My last one. I'm gonna go football. Can you see that, Donte?
No, I don't know why it's not me anymore. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, it's Julio Jones.
Okay.
Antonio Brown. Calvin Johnson. Start, bench, cut.
Oh, that's a good one. I'll start.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start AB.
Ooh.
I'm gonna start AB, and I'm gonna bench Calvin.
Julio. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
I hate to do it to Julio, but I have to.
I mean, these are three dogs.
Yeah.
To me, the real deal here is who you start. That's where it makes it break. And to me, AB starting. Ooh. All right, now.
I hate to do it to Julio too, but I think I'm riding exactly with Donte.
What?
And look, in terms of just career, AB's got it for sure, but I think skill, Calvin's just one of the most skillful wide receivers of all time. If his career wasn't cut short,
his career was cut short because of himself.
Yeah, he
mentally checked the hell out. That's on him.
Well, if he didn't do that, it'd be an entire different conversation about Calvin. I feel like because he was already
Calvin cutting his career short.
Yeah.
Oh, he cut his career short because he wasn't going nowhere and didn't want to. He did the Barry Sanders.
No, I know that.
That boy was a superstar. He did the Barry Sanders and walked away.
Just, I don't know. Just watch the highlights on him. You see him go 1 on 3, 1 on 4. Freaking, he's catching these balls like.
But you still put AB starting over him.
Yeah.
No.
You realize how good AB was, Mike?
Yes, but I don't think y'all realize how good Calvin was.
I do. I that's why I hated.
Listen, you guys don't look at Calvin in that way because he didn't go to the Super Bowl and he wasn't on a good team. That's why y'all don't look at him that way. Calvin had nobody else on that team.
No.
Nobody. No other stars, no nothing. He did it all. AB had all sorts of help, and then he won championships because he had Big Ben and all that help.
I mean, he had Calvin. I mean, he had Stafford.
Yeah, he had Stafford. But most people don't put Stafford ahead of Big Ben.
I don't put Stafford ahead of Big Ben or Brady.
No, but
Stafford or Brady. Well, yeah, I wouldn't put him ahead of Brady. I mean, AB had Brady, see? So you got to think. AB had some studs throwing that ball, plus he had help taking away defensive players from him, just like Don alluded. Calvin was going 1 on 3 and catching the ball. This wasn't they were just defending him and they took him out the game. No, he said, throw me the ball anyways, and he still caught these balls. Yeah. So I'm taking Calvin start.
I mean, I'm not mad at that pick. That's why I was,
And I'm not mad either. Yeah, well, this is where y'all going to get real sick because I'm cutting AB.
Oh, my.
Oh, Lord.
I want the Predator on my team. I want Julio Jones, the Predator. I mean, you had to think he was almost in the same boat as Calvin. Not as good as Calvin, but he had Matt Ryan throwing him the ball, and he had nobody else on that team. Nobody. So he had to take on 2 defenders at a time all the time. I mean, the boy was fast and big. Fast and big. Don't get me wrong, AB was a monster at his position. He definitely was. He definitely was a monster.
AB was a Hall of Fame kick and punt returner too. Not just receiver.
Maybe he's not going to the Hall of Fame for punt and kick return.
Probably. Hey, maybe he has a lot of returns.
He's not doing it. He's not doing it. They just put in Devin Hester.
Okay.
AD is never getting.
No, you're right. I didn't know
AD
that.
might go down as a wide receiver, and he should. He had Hall of Fame stats. But
I'm just saying he was also an elite returner. I just wanted to aid that point.
He was. Don't get me wrong. Julio was at the beginning of his career, but he didn't go. He didn't continue it after like the first year. He was done because they weren't getting him hurt.
No, they want to hurt him. Yeah, no.
All right, back to the basketball. This is Dante's right here. Wemby, Chet, or Porzingis. Start, bench.
I'll save mine for
You go.
Oh, you want to go first? Okay. I'm starting Wemby just because of what he can do. It is ridiculous, and his unicorn is just. I mean, is literally. I've never seen anything like him. But he's going to start for me. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, he's not. Maybe not. Maybe he's not. Sorry, he may not be the best player right now. But I think he's definitely going to be the best out of the three. Second, for my bench, such a hard pick, but I think I would go with Porzingis, AP, and then I love Chet. I love Chet too, but he's probably the most polished and like I'd say maybe the most versatile because he's probably the best ball handler out of these three players. But I don't know. I think Wemby's a better version of Chet, and I know a lot of people don't have that opinion. A lot of people think Chet's better, but I'm taking Wemby over both these cats right now. I think Wemby is going to be generational.
All right, so you got Wemby, Porzingis, Chet, correct?
Yeah, correct. Yes, sir.
You said you've never seen a player like Wemby before, right?
No. He's like a 7'4" KD. This dude is hitting tweens, crosses, pull up mid ranges, and not just standing still mid ranges. Pull up, moving in the defender's mouth, and then it looks like KD to me. But he's 7'4". I've never seen anything like it.
What's going on? Back it up. What's going on? Thanks for joining the chat. Never seen a player like him. Seen a player like him. Almost identical to him.
Who?
And I'm riding right with Shaq. I said it right when Wemby was going to be drafted. I said it. I called it way back when. He's already in the league now. He doesn't get to play. But when he does get to play, the dude scores 25 points and does all these things. And everyone's like, oh, where'd he come from? He's always been here.
Talking about Mo Bamba? Or, I mean, I'm
talking about
old dude's son. Old dude's son, yeah. Manu
Bol son, Bobo. He is identical to what Wemby is. Height-wise, dribbling-wise, shooting-wise, everything-wise.
Oh, my goodness. You sound like Shaq right now. You know Shaq got flashed with the exact same take. And I don't think you realize how bad Bobo is. He's on a horrible team. He's still not getting PT.
They're not giving him no time. No one's trusting the dude. But he can do what Wemby does.
Mike, when it gets PT, he's not scoring 25. He's shooting 25%.
You want me to pull up the stats?
Yeah, I do actually, because he's not anywhere.
Stats.
Sorry for getting so loud and egregious, but this take got me.
See, this year sucks, but this dude could ball out, man.
See, look, proving my point. Look. He
hasn't played nothing.
They gave him a little bit of
PT. 20 minutes. He was all right. But no, hey, look, Wemby's better. I'm not saying. I just hate hearing everybody say we've never seen a guy like this.
Well, look, when I say look,
we have seen a guy. Bobo is the guy. Wemby's just better than him.
But even when I say guy like this, Bobo isn't shaking dudes and shooting fadeaways and pull up threes and threes off one leg from 30 feet.
Do that. You haven't seen it?
He doesn't do that. I mean, he doesn't. He
has done that.
He can, but
he has done it though. He has pulled up threes and knocked threes down at people's faces.
Yes,
he can cross people over. He can go right to the hole. I've watched him go many times coast to coast, block a shot, grab it, and go right down the other side and dunk it on somebody's head.
Okay,
You saying no, but I've seen it.
I agree. I'm not saying no to that. I'm saying no to the fact that like you're saying we've
I'm
never seen it.
saying everybody's saying they've never seen the player. I'm not saying Bobo's better or
Right.
identical to him. I'm saying that's the same style Wemby is. Wemby's just better at doing it.
Okay, I mean, I see what you're saying. You're saying people are wrong.
And that's what Shaq was. That's what Shaq was. If Shaq took it further and said Bobo was as good, that's his problem. That's where that shit comes from. Because he's not. Bobo, they are the same. They have the same skill set. Wemby's just better. Wemby is definitely better than him.
Yeah.
And he is generational. But Bobo was doing it before Wemby came into the scene. They just didn't allow him to do it. And again, he wasn't good enough for them to allow him to do it, is what it was. All right, Dom, go ahead.
I'm gonna start Porzingis just because he's the only one that's been in the league this long, and this year he's having a great year. I'm benching Wemby, and I'm cutting Chet.
And everyone hates Chet. Is it his name? God.
I just love Wemby.
Everybody's riding Porzingis high because of this year. Any other year, trash can, but this year he's godsend. Which I give you. If he wasn't on the Boston Celtics, that team wouldn't be where they're at. I give you that. But I'm cutting him. He getting cut off my team. Gone. I will start the generational talent of Wemby, but Chet is something else, dude.
He is nice.
When you're getting 4 or 5 blocks a game all the time, it was something else. I like the boy down in OKC. And that team right there with Shea, and I mean, granted, old boy's doing whatever he's doing with little kids. I don't know if that's true or what happened with that or when that was. Whatever it was, that kid was a baller.
He's still there.
I see, and obviously nothing happened. So that's a balling ass team. OKC making noise. They're gonna continue to make noise. I think they'll make a little bit of a run in the playoffs. They won't go far, but they'll be there. And if Wemby is that generational talent, next year he better have San Antonio in the playoffs and better have them doing something. Yeah. Otherwise, people are going to start cutting him at the knees, and he won't be what he is. He mentally better be able to prepare for what's coming if he cannot do that.
No.
Because, I mean, LeBron was a generational talent. We all saw what he drugged to the playoffs and what he drugged to the finals. I mean, 07. I mean, you guys were 3 years old. 07. He literally went outside, picked 4 other dudes, and drug them to the finals. Besides Z. I mean, but Z was on his last leg.
He was old.
Yeah. I mean, you just drug him right to the finals. He said, all right, guys, hop on in. And carried him all the way there.
He got Pop, too. You would think.
And that's why Pop stayed. He signed for 2 more years, said, I'm going to get this guy ready. Then I'm going to hand him off to the first female coach ever.
Who's that?
What's her name? Is it Becky?
I remember I seen something about this, but I didn't even read it.
Her name's slipping my mind, but I want to say it's Becky. Damn it. I'm looking it up because I want to know it. Is it Becky? It might not even be Becky, damn it. Maybe I'm messed up here. Because she is going to be Becky Hammond.
Becky Hammond, okay.
I think she's going to be their next coach. I really do. She's done everything for them. She ran their G League, and then she went on. And what she's doing over there in Las Vegas, winning titles left and right with the Aces. Ooh. All right. Well, let's jump back to football. Now, this is what I'm telling you. When I said it earlier, if you go with the whole body of work, or if you just go with what you've seen this year, this guy wouldn't be nowhere to be seen. Saquon Barkley, B. John Robinson, who was never used, and Austin Eckler, who was hurt and never used. Start, bench, cut.
It's easy.
All right, go. You got to go.
Definitely start Saquon for me. Start Saquon for me. And then I like Eckler a lot. His receiving game is nice, but he looked he looked a little less explosive to me this year. He didn't look as good to me this year when I watch Chargers games. And
How
Bijan,
much did you watch the Chargers game though?
I watched a
Be
good
honest.
amount of Chargers games because I had Herbert. I had Herbert as my fantasy quarterback, and then Bijan. I watched a good amount of Falcons games too because he was my fantasy running back in one of my money leagues. And when that dude has the ball, whew, that boy is nice. That
There
boy
was a
makes
key word. There was a key word there. When.
yeah, exactly when. But towards the last 4 games of the season, he started getting 25, 26 carries a game, which is elite. That's elite level running back usage. It's
That's because Arthur Smith.
He didn't want to get fired. That's exactly why.
That's exactly why.
Exactly why. Yeah. So if they keep that production up, and he actually gets the ball in his hand, and don't act like Tyler Algier is on his level, then Bijan definitely gets the bench for me. And he's honestly close to Saquon's level because Saquon doesn't have the receiving work Bijan gives you. But I'm still starting Saquon for sure.
All right, kid.
I'm gonna do something a little crazy. I'm gonna start Bijan Robinson just because I think he was about like when we did the podcast, I was about 70% through the season by that point. Something like that. He was in the top 10 of running backs with the lowest usage. And he wasn't even they weren't running him in the red zone. There's a whole bunch of things. I feel like if he is used like these other top running backs, he would be top 3 easily. And my bench, I'm going to slide with Eckler because he's proven that he is a top 2 running back almost every year consecutively now for a little bit. And Barkley has just been hurt a lot and all the time.
You know what? I respect both you guys' stuff, and I respect that a lot, Dom, because I mean you took that and you said, hey, this is what it is. And Barkley has been hurt a lot. I mean, when he plays, he can ball, but he's hurt all the damn time. But see, I'm gonna if I do the eye test, I can only do the eye test so much with Bijan Robinson, right? I only saw him this much. I only saw him do this. So to me, right now, I would have to cut Bijan.
Yeah.
And I would start Eckler and I would bench Saquon. Because this year's been the only year Eckler has not produced at a high level. The only year. Every other year he produces.
Yeah.
Most years Saquon's hurt, not even playing. So we don't even see the man.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Saquon's thighs alone could run around. I mean, they just go crazy alone. But yeah, Eckler, he's a monster, and I don't think the Chargers used him right. And again, he was hurt. Chargers had the sorriest coach ever. They should have fired him after the first game. They should have got rid of that GM.
Daily.
I think if John Harbaugh really wants to come into this league again, which he says he does, and he loves Justin Herbert and he loves the Chargers, that's where he goes.
I think they get Ben Johnson, but we'll see.
Ben Johnson can go there too, but if Harbaugh wants to step back in, that's where he goes because people are saying, well, the Panthers. I'm like, no. Why would Harbaugh come into a trash organization like that?
No, he's gonna go to a win or a good team for sure. But
he's gonna go to a team he knows he could win within the first year or two. Not, hey, I got to rebuild for 3 or 4 years because Bryce Young is not the quarterback.
But
they're gonna find that out. Huh?
I said, is the team to win in the next year or two? Is that really going to be the Chargers? Because they got a lot of people are about to be gone. They got a lot of people expiring and a lot of deals.
I can decide all them people though. I think what they need to do though is that they need to let Mike Williams ride out, get him out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You keep him Keenan at all costs.
Yeah.
You have Palmer and Quentin Johnson to come into Mike Williams' place.
Yeah.
You have a decent tight end in Gerald Everett. You got.
Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off. Eckler's a free agent, though. You know that?
Yeah, I know because he wanted his money, and now we're gonna see how much he gets paid. So he can still take the deal to remain, or he can go somewhere else. So even if Eckler goes, they got what's his name over there? Joshua Kelly, who I think he's a good back, not Eckler status, but I mean he's that back like Matson from the Vikings or these decent backups. He could be a decent backup. He can be a Jerome Ford. Let's put it that way. He can be a Jerome Ford.
Right.
Their defense is Khalil Mack was in the top 5 in sacks all year long.
Yeah, Khalil Mack was good, but Joey Bosa.
Joey, you got to get rid of him. Joey's gone.
Hurt. Exactly.
Yeah, Joey's gone. I'm done with Joey.
Sorry, but they paid Derwin James all that money, and he underperformed.
He did this year. He definitely did. But again, I can't go based off 1 year with his contract. Yeah, you got to – all right, if next year he flops around and does the same thing because he got his money, then cool. Yeah, we can make a move for it. Get off. They beef up that defense a little bit, get the right head coach in there. I think they'll be all right. I think they can win. Because, again, you saw what the Chiefs did this year. They faltered. Unless they get some major help on that offensive side and beef up that defense a little bit, I think they falter again. They better start watching out because look what's coming. You have the Raiders who have everything right now. Mm-hmm. What do they need? A quarterback. And as soon as this happened, I said the Raiders need to go get this man. Russell Wilson. You know why you do that? He might be a God-fearing man. He might be kissing all the babies, but he remembers everybody that wronged him. And he will go after you with the fear of God, literally the fear of God, and whoop that ass every damn time. And you got Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams ain't going nowhere unless they trade him. Everybody keeps saying, oh, well, he's going to leave and go to the Jets. Not unless the Raiders trade him, he ain't.
Right.
You got Josh Jacobs. He was the leading rusher last year.
Yeah.
This year, yes, he fell out. He had an injury, but he still balled out. You have Max, the white black boy Crosby, smoking backwoods, doing all his thing. That defense is good. That offensive line is good. You could add another. Who's their other damn wide receiver? I can't think of his name. I had him on my fantasy squad.
Myers.
Yeah, Josh Myers.
Oh, Jacoby.
Is it Jacoby? Jacoby Myers. Yeah, he came from New England. I mean, they got good pieces, and they better keep Antonio Pierce. They better sign that boy with the quickness. I don't know how you do not sign him as the head coach.
Yeah, oh yeah, they have to. At this point, they have to. But I think it's because the owner doesn't get along with them. That what's his name?
Mike Davis?
Yeah, Mike Davis. I don't think Mike Davis likes him.
You know what Mike Davis needs to do? He needs to go look in the mirror and say, whoever did my haircut, I don't need to like. I don't have to like the head coach as long as that head coach is winning football games.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I don't like you.
Yeah.
Cool, I don't like you. As long as you win football games, you here. That's all that matters to me. If I own a team, I'm going to go after the guy that I know that can win games. I don't care if I don't like you. I'm not sitting next to you all the damn time. We're not going out and having drinks. As long as when we're professional about what we're doing, and that's it. Go out there and be Suge Knight. He was Suge Knight. That is what Antonio Pierce is. He's Suge Knight on the sidelines telling everybody, I'll smack every single one of y'all if y'all don't play right.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, before you ask the next question, who you guys think going to win that natty? You got tomorrow night.
Hold on. We got Uncle Angelo up in the room. Yeah. The fuck going on in here? Yeah, we having a podcast. Your little nephew in here, Donte. Maybe you need to join sometime. The natty. Listen, dude, I'm telling you right now, everybody says, oh, well, you got to ride Big Ten because you're part of the Big Ten. And, normally I'd be like that. I'd say, hey, let's go that team up north. Let's go get them, bring it back to the Big Ten, But my thing is there's another guy from the Big Ten. His name's Michael Penix Jr. He did a lot for Indiana. He had Indiana ranked in the top 15 at one time. We're talking about the Indiana Hoosiers. The Hoosiers who don't play football correctly, who don't get ranked, who don't do shit, and he had them balling out. And he had to transfer because that team didn't know what they had with him. So now you got Michael Penix Jr., even though his team has defense that'll play for a quarter and a half, get you a double-digit lead, and then after that, they know that they can rely on their offense to score every time down. So they'll always be up by 10, 14. It might all go down to 7, then it'll go back up to 14 because Penix will go down there and score a damn touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
It'll go back down to 3, and it'll go back up to 10. It's just Michael Penix is going to do the damn thing, and I think they do win. I mean, you saw Michigan the way they played Alabama. Alabama played like shit.
They played bad.
Melrose looked like a trash can on wheels all over the place.
Sure.
And they barely beat that team. They beat that team because Melrose sucked, and they beat that team because Saban in overtime said, what we're going to do here is run it up the middle. And that play calling in overtime was the worst I've ever seen Saban do.
Horrible play call.
The worst. I mean, the whole time in overtime, it was just bad. And you barely beat them. And, I mean, get it? They have amazing stars. But now you're going against a Washington offense that's packed. All 5 receivers are NFL players. Penix should have won the Heisman to me. I mean, Daniels.
It was just a stats. It was just a stats.
Cool stats. You know what? I know a guy that had better stats than that, and he went to Hawaii. Colt Brennan. Guess what? He didn't win the Heisman.
The stats were that good.
Oh, he had almost 60 touchdowns and threw for almost 5,000 yards this year. That's 1 year. Maybe he didn't get it.
Probably, I mean, it's because of the division, you know.
Yeah, probably. Exactly. So why is that though? Michael Penix put up some hella. He did his thing. He won the Pac-12, was undefeated. But you give it to a guy that lost. How many games did they lose? 4 or 5 games.
Phoenix or who?
We're talking about Daniels.
Oh, Daniels. They lost like 2 or 3, right?
Oh, I thought it was like 4 or 5.
Was it actually?
But TCO down is my Pookie Bear. Oh,
Kyle.
You know, Kyle joining. He's another part of the TCO podcast.
They went 10-3. That's what I thought.
10-3.
Yeah, 3.
All right, I just wasn't. I didn't think Daniels deserved.
That's still more than most Heisman's would ever get lenience.
I mean, he had some stats. He balled out. Don't get me wrong. But I still, if you look at a frame of work with Penix, god damn, dude, Penix is just
he's nice. I like him a lot. I think Washington takes it too. We'll see.
All right, what about you, kid?
I'm gonna ride Washington just because. Fuck Michigan.
Yeah.
Well, what's Kyle saying now? Donte, give your hottest football take.
Browns winning the Super Bowl this year.
Oh. So that's Dante's hottest football take is the Browns winning the Super Bowl. The problem is to me, that's not really a hot take. Because you know what? If you realize that they have the second best record in football right now, depending on what happens today.
Yeah.
And they're playing with half their damn team. And you got the quarterback that is tied for playoff road wins with 7, Joey. That boy Flacco.
Tied with the GOAT.
And he can do it. I mean, and you know what's funny is, here's the deal. Let me ask you guys a question right now. Say Deshaun Watson, some miracle happens. Here it comes. Doctor say, hey, we're going to clear this guy. Don't know how it happened, but he's fucking 100%. Who you starting?
Oh.
Flacco.
I mean, Flacco's got us here. You can't bench Flacco after him. You can't do that.
I'm getting with that. Do you realize that Deshaun had us? Well, it is 5-1, but I only give 4-1. Yeah. But I'm only gonna do 4-1 because that Indy game he started, but he didn't really play.
Finish, no.
He had 1,100 yards. He had 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. His quarterback rating was 84. I mean, to me, that's the makings of a good year. 4 interceptions. Think of that. Everybody thought he threw a shitload. He only threw 4.
Yeah. In a couple games of 0, yeah.
I mean, Deshaun will be back next year. Flacco will be back on the couch after he wins the Super Bowl.
I'm right with you. Yeah.
But I do like Flacco. I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's doing his thing. And again, he'll have a statue if he wins this Super Bowl. He's gonna have a statue here.
I think it's really a big thing, as well as in Cleveland right now. Everyone is so hyped and everyone is so in on Joe Flacco that he's got Cleveland in his fist right now, and he's ready to just nail the Super Bowl.
Did you guys see that interview last week when we won? One of the players in their teams came up to Flacco and was like, "I'm from Cleveland. Go get this city a chip for me." And Flacco was like, "I will." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I will." I was like, "Yes."
I mean, because you got to look. Whether we play the Texans or whether we play the Jags, we beat them. I mean, we beat the Texans without CJ, but we beat the shit out of that team.
Yeah. And
even if CJ plays, I still don't think that doesn't make that much of a difference to where
they made it way closer than that game really was too. Because
that game was 36-7 at half.
Yeah, we were up like 30, and they got some late touchdowns. Like, I don't care.
Well, yeah, we took everybody out.
Yeah, exactly, and then we put them back in. But yeah, we took everybody out. Right, crazy.
So we beat them. Then we play because I got a feeling the 6 or 7 seed is going to win. I feel like it's going to be that way because all right, say somehow. All right, the Bills beat Miami. Bills are the 2 seed. Miami becomes a 6 or a 7 seed.
They flip, yeah. Which
I mean, that means they either play each other again or Miami plays the Chiefs. And I don't think the Chiefs can run with Miami. They can't do it. But I mean, Pittsburgh's in if the Bills do. So, and
that Chiefs defense is pretty good, though, Mike. That Chiefs defense is pretty good.
From what you guys have told me, Tyreek Hill's all-time dog. He shouldn't have no problem.
He is, but
the speed on the Dolphins' offense, and then you flip it to their defense. Their secondary with it. X Howard, Ramsey. You got some of those guys on the starting the defensive line. Wilkins. Put pressure on Mahomes, make him throw that ball up. Ramsey and Howard to go get it. I don't know. The crybaby Chiefs could be knocked out. Darlene will be over on the go. Where's my mom, Roseanne? Well, no. He'll be doing his best Kermit the Frog voice.
Isn't the NFC up for grabs tonight with Cowboys and Eagles? Like the NFC East or West?
It might be.
I'm about to check.
NFC East, it might be.
Because I remember
we followed. I know Detroit's locked in.
Yeah,
I think the number 1 seed might still be up for grabs
tonight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tonight, Cowboys and Philly and Dallas are both 11-5, and they both.
Yes, whoever loses, or if they both win, then the Eagles just go on. But
yeah.
But you got to think, who are they playing? They're both playing the Giants and the Redskins, or the Commanders, correct?
They both win.
They're both wins.
Yeah. So how would that work? It'd be conference or it'd be head-to-head matchup. It'd be head-to-head.
No, that'd be it. Whoever wins, if it's right now, the Eagles are ahead.
No, they're not. They're tied.
Yeah, but the Eagles are ahead. Like they're ahead right now in their division. They have the lead because they've won, but they
split.
They split, but I think they have it because based on who they beat in the conference or something, or how they beat each other. It's weird because when they go down to that, they take it as who they beat in the NFC, like what wins they have, how many wins they have, shit like that. But I feel like it just ends up being the Eagles anyways.
Yeah, because they're both going to win. Right. Okay.
I mean, they both should win.
Yeah. Barring upset.
Niners have the 1 seed. I think that's just that. I mean, the Rams are sneaking in.
Hey, Rams. Hey, the Rams in Detroit. Rams in Detroit. That's looking like the first round. Stafford back in Detroit. That's going to be a good playoff game.
Let's go, Jared Goff.
Let's go, Jared Goff. Are you with the Lions?
I want the Lions in the Super Bowl versus the Browns. Yes,
versus the Browns. Yeah, that's what.
You know how crazy that Super Bowl will be? Just imagine this.
That's the narrative. Yeah.
You guys were around for these. I mean, I don't know if you guys really paid attention, but Detroit was 0-16 some years ago.
Yeah, they were.
And then the Browns were 0-16. You get 2 0-16 teams that have never won the Super Bowl that should have been there how many times with how much talent they've had on their squads? This would be amazing for the entire league. For America, this would be amazing.
Think that defense. That would be great, but I don't think that defense is going to let them do it. It's too piss poor. Sorry.
Who, the Lions?
They got no secondary. They ain't got no secondary. They just allowed like 30 points to a pretty bad team. I'm better. Like, who they play?
Yeah, but I don't know if they were really playing. That was just last week. They already had the division sold up.
It might not have been last week. No. It was the game 2 weeks before that versus for the division versus the Vikings. They allowed almost 30 points to Nick Mullins. He's horrible.
Yeah, but Josh Dobbs walked in the locker room and came out and beat the San Francisco 49ers. So does that mean – what does that mean?
Well,
does that mean the 49ers defense is piss poor?
No, but
right.
They didn't have a –
can't go like that. You can't say shit like that. You don't know.
You're right, but look, they didn't have a – you're right. That's a good point. But the only thing I can say is this. The reason Josh Dobbs even got benched is because his first 2 games, no teams had anything on him. There's nothing on him.
I'm just talking about that one game where he got traded and literally walked into the locker room, didn't expect to play. The dude got hurt and he went out there and had to play and won that game.
Yeah. But that wasn't versus San Fran.
Yes, it was.
Was it?
He beat San Fran.
Yeah. I think you might be right, but
he did. He walked in the locker room and beat San Fran that week.
Well,
San Fran lost to us, and then they went and lost to Minnesota.
Well, then that's case into my point, which actually is that they didn't have any film on him.
What about you don't have no film? Josh Dobbs been in the league for over 10 years. You got film on Josh Dobbs.
Yeah, but not in that offense. And quarterback in any offense is always going to be different. It's his first game in that.
And
offense.
He didn't have the jet.
Yeah, that was a impressive win. That was a impressive win for sure for Dobbs. But
what about the Eagles? You like their defense?
As soon as they got film, they got no. Don't like the Eagles' defense. No.
That's right. You shouldn't, because Arizona just torched them and beat them.
Yeah, they don't got no secondary. Same thing I just said.
That's right. No secondary. Their corners are trash. They can't get to the quarterback now for some reason either, and Jalen Hurts isn't allowing them to do anything.
Their play calling sucks there. Brian Johnson or something, his name like that, whatever. Their offensive coordinator, he's taking a lot of hate right now in Philly.
Oh, that defensive coordinator's taking it too. They put him up in the box and brought Matt Patricia and let him run down there, and it's just holy shit. There's a lot of crap going on here.
Wow.
All right. Well, before we wrap this up, what do you guys got going on with the TCO podcast? Let the people out there know where they can hear you. What's going on? What you got coming? If anything, what's happening?
We've been talking about getting it back up here soon after we made our first attempt and just didn't get any of the episodes out at all. But I think we're talking about starting fresh and getting back into it.
Yeah,
all right.
For sure.
All right. I mean, you guys can use it. You get on this StreamYard right here. This is where you guys need to be. The StreamYard is where it's at. It's a lot of different things. I mean, we pay a little bit of money. We could stream to 8 things at once. Really. Right now, we're streaming to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and X right now. I could have went Instagram, but it's stupid to do. And I'm waiting to get the TikTok. That's what I want to get. I'm going to get that finally live. But all right. So you guys are going to get that back up and rolling.
Yeah.
Well, what's your at? What is it? At TCO Gaming?
No, this will be at the Cultured Ones.
At the Cultured Ones, guys. Go, give them a subscribe, a follow, a like. Punch them buttons. Punch them. And as always, you can find me right here. The Man Cave. On YouTube at the Man Cave 8172. TikTok at the Man Cave 10. Same with X at the Man Cave 10. Facebook at the Man Cave 1022. Twitch is the Man Cave 22. I got all sorts of them. They can go on for days, but make sure you stayed here for this one. Later on tonight, Sports Madness hits you new time, new day, 6:30. We go live till 8 o'clock tonight. We're going to bring you all the NFL news and let you know what the hell we think. We're going to tell Jay he's wrong like we always do. But make sure you give my boys from the Culture Ones a sub. Tell them what's up. Maybe we'll do this again next week. I don't know times. I don't know what days we're going to do. But it feels like we had a good thing. You know, it's the old man and the kid. And we're going to bring on the Culture Ones from the rest of the crew here and there. You know, Donte will probably be one that comes on a lot. You know, if Rob isn't crying about work or his boss is Celtics losing, he'll probably come on. I don't know if Jaden will come on. Who knows? Someone might have cut his hair. He might have turned into a weakling, just like Samson did. And Kyle, he over here talking about when's Man Cave Gaming dropping. as soon as I can get the desktop and start rolling with it. Because, I mean, I got a PS4 and I'm behind the times, Kyle. I'm behind the times. Everybody else is ahead of me. I'll still be on that GTA smoking people, though. I'll be on there.
You be in the strip club.
I'll be in there. Nah, I don't even hit that. I go in there and kill everybody.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I go in the invite only. I go in there and just do all that, make all the money.
Yeah.
And I invite whoever come and we go in there. We just make all each other rich as hell. Then we go out there and we spend all the money and kill everybody we see.
You ever got 5 stars?
Huh?
So you ever got 5 stars on that?
Oh, I have gotten 5 stars. Yeah.
It's kind of hard, actually.
Shit, I used to do it. I used to have the code where you could just make it happen.
Oh yeah, the cheat.
I used to love doing that back in the day for like 3 or Vice City. I would just do it just to run around. Kill as many cops as I could.
For sure. Yeah.
I like the boys in blue. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against them. There's some of y'all that are crooked and stupid. But yes. But yeah, Man Cave Gaming will be coming soon. I do it sometimes. I get on Twitch. You just can't see my face, but you hear me talking shit. So stay tuned for that. But again, tonight, 6:30, stay tuned for the Sports Madness. You got these boys with TCO. Make sure you go ahead and give them a sub. They need it.
Yes, sir.
They need it. And again, the old man and the kid will be back. And we will let you know when it happens. For now, see y'all later.